What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua says he's extremely interested in a Tyson Fury fight. That's if Deontay Wilder will step aside. Eddie Hearn says if they come back to me and say, look, I think we can get him to step aside, let's talk, and let's try to make it happen. So, this is what we have. We've already had Tyson Fury's thoughts or desires on what he really wants to do. He wants to fight Anthony Joshua for the belts that he claims that is his own, and Anthony Joshua are just putting them, or keeping them, or actually keeping them on hold for him because he feels that he is the real rightful undisputed champion. So the good thing about Tyson Fury is at least he wants to fight for it. At least he's not saying, hey, you know what? I'm the Gypsy King. I'm the undisputed. I'm the lineal champ. Therefore, I don't have to fight any of these guys because that champ doesn't really count because I'm really the champ. At least he wants to fight for it, to show everybody. So that's great stuff. Now, the holdup is Deontay Wilder. Everybody else is on board. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, even Bob Arum and Frank Warren are on board. So everybody's in sync. The only problem is these dumbasses made a contract like the one they made. And let me counterpunch that. The news that sticks out to me is, what were you guys thinking? It's one of these things where that was going to be a problem when you made it. It wasn't that mandatory for you to really fight Deontay Wilder, but it is a good thing that you took his belt. You were able to take the fight to Deontay Wilder, beat Deontay Wilder, and take that WBC strap. However, I think the negotiation should have been at least legitimate. And when I mean legitimate, I mean if the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, if he was going to actually replace Tyson Fury, or should I say replace Dillian White with Tyson Fury, they would have at least done it legitimate, as a legitimate mandatory. That way, we wouldn't have this problem. And I know Mauricio is not, he's not holding anything back. So he's on board with it also. But it's the contractual agreement. So they could have used the WBC's power to enforce that, hey, no, this can't be a mandatory. Tyson Fury can't be a mandatory. This is just a fight that you guys agreed upon. And if it is a WBC mandatory, Deontay Wilder has to null his contractual agreement. So that has to be wiped out of the contract. Okay, that's the first thing I thought about. Because you guys are trying to take the opportunity from one man and supposedly give it to another guy, which, knowing that isn't the case, y'all just took it from that other guy and called it what it is. And due to the fact of how the contract was written, we all know that that was BS, okay? There's no way this could have been a legit mandatory if having a rematch clause in that contract. There's no way. If Andy Ruiz was the mandatory and fought Anthony Joshua June 1st, beat Anthony Joshua, there's no way that those guys would then write in something. You know, that's the problem with doing something after the fact. And then you can look at everything on the table and look at this contract and look and see that this contract don't make sense. A mandatory with a rematch clause, that makes no sense at all. That's dumb. But you live and you learn, okay? That just shows you the crooked stuff that goes on. Now, Deontay Wilder's messing the money up. He's just trying to fight for his pride, you know what I mean, and his ego. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get that belt back, you know, but he is the one now holding everything up. Now, to be fair, Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn were supposed to be the guys that were holding up the undisputed fight with Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz. The only problem was Andy Ruiz was not a mandatory. He was a voluntary. That was the whole difference, and that makes all the difference in the world. So Team Joshua's contract to Andy Ruiz made sense based on what was going on in with those two guys. Okay, so to answer your question, and I'm going to say the same thing I said before, Deontay Wilder will not step aside anything. You know what I mean? And the question is, how much money are they willing to invest in this guy stepping aside? Which it won't matter. If the man gonna turn down $120 million to fight Joshua, he's gonna turn down. It doesn't matter what the amount of money is. It might be more than what his ass would have made in the third fight. It doesn't matter because he's not thinking like that. He wasn't thinking like that. His team wasn't thinking like that when they were getting offered. Oh, that deal didn't work, so we gave everything, we made everything happen. Well, you agreed for $12 million, but you couldn't agree for $120 million. So it goes back to that. They just let you know that whatever they offer Deontay Wilder, he's not going to take it because they want the WBC belt, because that's the belt that actually everyone is banking on. You know, that's his selling point, because it damn sure ain't his ticket sales, okay? It's not that. They need an American champion. They need the WBC belt back to the American champion, and they're willing to turn down any amount of money. That's my counterpunch on that. Now, everything looks good. I mean, I'm with it. You know, why wouldn't Anthony Joshua be for it? He's been wanting undisputed. That's his main goal. If he can accomplish that goal, he took a loss in the process of trying to get where he was trying to go. Okay, so he got derailed. Okay, now it's Deontay Wilder. I don't think, honestly, that Deontay Wilder wanted undisputed if it had to do with Joshua. Okay, that's my honest opinion. I think Joshua is a guy that he knows that he will have problems with or will be beaten by. Okay, but that's one of the reasons right there. Another reason that Deontay Wilder will not accept that step aside money, because what happens if Joshua can beat Fury? It's just Joshua, okay? And then fighting Fury won't make a difference. You see what I'm saying? So the belt can change hands. So why would you want to fight Tyson Fury at that point if Tyson Fury loses? It's still in the contractual agreement. It's been postponed anyway because of the coronavirus, right? So we don't get to see the fight anyway due to natural disasters, okay? This pandemic. So get this. If that's the case, if they can somehow push that back and have Tyson Fury fighting Anthony Joshua, because it's not going according to the contract anyway. So maybe that's a loophole they can work on. Okay, that may be it. That could be the case, but I seriously doubt that, because the moment that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua sign a contract, boom, here comes Al Heyman in the game on the behalf of Deontay Wilder. So that's what we're going to have, and that's what we're looking at. You know, either we're going to look at a court battle, and there's another question, is Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua ready for a court battle? Or Team Fury and Team Wilder ready for a court battle? Because they're coming after somebody, and it would be Tyson Fury, to be fair. But it is what it is. I think Deontay Wilder will not accept that amount of money because all he's worried about is to get his to save face and to get that belt back. He doesn't care about undisputed or anything. All he cares about is being a single belt holder. Obviously, look at his career. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.